So, if you have been playing the Black Armory update and have unlocked the Gofanon Forge, then I'm sure you've been thinking about PvE alternatives for your favorite hand cannon. The Midnight COUP is one of those weapons that have stood its ground over the seasons. In fact, some will even argue that it is the best. For me personally, I think it is still one of the top tier kinetic hand cannons. So, can the Kindled Orchid replace the Midnight COUP? How good is it? Now, of course, I know what a lot of you are thinking. You know what? One is kinetic and one is energy. So why are you making these comparisons? Well, first, I would like to say that the energy weapons will always be a little bit behind kinetic weapons when it comes to that raw damage. But this is for those of you who are looking for a good alternative. Let's say you have a kinetic shotgun that you want to use. So this roll right here has both Outlaw and Rampage, two stats that the Midnight COUP also possess. Now granted, this is 10 points behind Midnight COUP in terms of fire rate, but it's still a little bit close, so you may not notice it as much. Midnight COUP when tested on basic enemies has 2964 in terms of damage, while the Kindled Orchid has 2917. Of course, you can scale the percentage depending on whatever enemy you fight. However, these are enemies that don't have any shields, so this is actually a fair gain. Now, for most targets, this is actually great, but when you start reaching some of the boss level or difficult enemies, then you may start to feel the difference between kinetic and energy weapons. The difference is 17 points damage, but when in casual PvE, it's not really that big. The energy effect could even come in handy because it deals void damage, but I think due to the attachment to the eye-close shotgun in the secondary slot, a lot of people will overlook this weapon. This might be a no for a lot of you. Now, in terms of PvP, it's a maybe for me. The range of this weapon is just not there. When you're looking at weapons like the Ace of Spades, or you're looking at weapons like Luna's Owl, then this is going to be a no-no for a lot of people. So it's kind of hard to get a distant target if you are using the Kindled Orchid. But I will say it's still a little bit worth it when you're using it in PvP. I tested it out, it's not the best, but it's still a good weapon. When you get that precision kill though, it feels really good because you have that Rampage and you also have that Outlaw, so you can quickly reload and keep it moving. Kill clip would have been nice, but we don't have that. So you can rock this while you use the Chaperone or the Ace of Spade in that kinetic slot, and you can rock two hand cannons or a shotgun and a hand cannon like most people do. So far, this is not the best hand cannon, this is not the best weapon, but it can be quite great when you are looking at your options out there. It will not beat Luna's Howl though, but it's still a great weapon regardless. Anyways, that's it for my review. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.